Because remember, we have a problem with the Facebook feed. So Facebook's supposed to be on, and TikTok's supposed to be on.
Yeah.
Can you help them?
What you want me to do?
Facebook. See if we're live on Facebook.
Yeah.
So.
If you were live, it would be further. It'll be right here if it was live showing.
Okay, refresh the page.
It says live.
Okay, now, see that's the wrong. See how small that is. Now let's see what happens if I go this way.
Just refreshing it. Still the same.
Still the same?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, now here's the thing. Now you gotta check YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube is gonna be small, but we're gonna have to sacrifice YouTube. All right, guys, we're coming on very soon. Refresh YouTube. And I think YouTube, if it was live. Okay.
Let me hold this.
Yeah, there you go. All right, YouTube is good. Now, Instagram, check. I doubt Instagram is in there. Yeah, I doubt it's in there, but we'll see. All right, guys, we're going on very soon. We're coming on very soon, and we're just trying to get through these technical difficulties. We're almost there. And if Instagram is not on there, that's fine. I can hook Instagram up. Lynnette, hold this for me.
Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Okay, so go to
Getting everything set up so we can go. Well, we're already live. Getting everything set up so we can get started.
No, another way to check here.
Good morning. Good morning. I see a lot of names coming up.
What? I gotta push. Thing went to sleep.
That phone sticks.
So I'm about to see if we can get Instagram right now. All right. So Instagram. So here's the last step you have to do for Instagram. Oh my God! Please. Oh, it went away. It went away. See, that screen had to be left open. Then I click go live. Then it'll come through. All right. So now, because of that, I'm gonna have to do this. So Al. You can leave that guy up because you're gonna check through here, okay? So let's see here. Come on. Let talk to him.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank y'all for joining us.
Things go bad. It really goes bad.
Good morning. I see a lot of people joining the room on TikTok. We have some on Facebook. I can't see how many, but I know there are some on Facebook.
You gotta do me like this. Everything is acting up.
And we'll be starting momentarily. Good morning. Oh, thanks for following. I see someone just followed. Thank you so much. Dawn, thank you for following us on TikTok.
Look out.
Can we forget Instagram?
Oh, I'm almost there. I just got to get this thing over there.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you all? Happy Saturday. We're going to be making some peach cobbler pancakes and some maple turkey sausage. We did a turkey sausage a couple weeks ago, but this one is a little bit different. It has maple and a few extra herbs. So we're going to be doing that sausage today. Some nice peach pancakes. A good old breakfast or brunch.
Go ahead and start the live with her. And I'm just going to bring Facebook, Instagram in when I can.
Good morning. Good morning. Then I see a whole bunch of names popping up. Sandy, Kim K. Someone just followed. Thank you, Kim K, for just following us. Sylvia Clark, thank you so much. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Good morning. It's Feed Trucking. Good morning. I see you all got badges. Thank y'all so much. Good morning. Good morning. So you want to grab this one out so we can go ahead? All right, so we're going to jump into it. Good morning. Hopefully you all can see me on TikTok. If not, you'll see my hands. So we're going to make peach cobbler pancakes today and a maple turkey sausage. I'm going to start first of all, I'm Lynnette. I own Lynnette's Cakes and Catering in the Washington, D.C. area. We go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also do videos throughout the week, lunch pop-ups, and all kinds of fun stuff. So we're going to start with our peach cobbler pancakes. I'm going to jump into the peach part first. I need a little bit to go into my pancake batter, so I'm going to start that first. So right here, I have all the ingredients I'm going to use. And of course, however you like to make your peach cobbler filling, you can definitely switch it up to how you like. Only thing I don't have that I may add sometimes a little bit of lemon, depending on when I'm making it. So I have some canned peaches here. You can also use fresh or frozen. It's not peach season right now, so we don't really have good fresh peaches, but frozen are just as good. And also we have the canned. When you buy the canned peaches, you just want to get the ones in either light syrup or juice. That's the ones I like, not the ones in the heavy syrup. Of course, I have some butter here. We have some brown sugar, and I can turn this around so that you can see everything. So we have some brown sugar, we have some cinnamon and nutmeg, and we have some vanilla extract. And like I said, if you want to do a little lemon, you can. A little bit of regular sugar is totally up to you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start to dump these items into our saucepan. And I didn't drain the juice from the peaches, so I still have the juice. We're going to add in our butter. We're going to add in our brown sugar. Add as much or as little as you like. I don't like it terribly sweet, but you know it's got to be sweet if it's peach cobbler. We're going to add in some cinnamon. We're going to add in some nutmeg. And some vanilla extract. All right? So I'm just going to mix all of this together, and then we're going to put it on the stove and let it cook while we start to mix our other items up. So that's why I wanted to start this first, so that we can have everything ready at the same time, as close as possible. So let's mix all of this up. Try not to make too much noise with that pan scraping my bowl. My spoon scraping my pan. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this out before I put it in the stove, and this is what's going to go into our pancakes. So just a little bit. We don't need too much. A little bit of that juice. There we go. And this is going on the stove. I'm just going to start it on medium and just let it cook. So let's put this here. I don't really have to watch it too much. So I'm just going to let that set to the side, and then we're going to start our other items. So let me get this cut on medium. I'm coming, guys. There we go. All right, let me put this to the back, and then we'll come back to it. All right, so let me grab the ingredients for our sausage next. So I'll move this over here with the pancake items. So remember the last time we did a plain basic turkey sausage. So it was ground turkey, sage, marjoram, salt, pepper, a little bit of cayenne. So today we have some extra spices in it, and we also have maple syrup. So it's going to have that little bit of sweetness to it that some people like in their sausage. You can also do pork sausage if you do not want to do turkey sausage. It's totally up to you. I just tend to always make the turkey kind. All right, so I have 1 pound of ground turkey. All right, in my bowl. Like I said, you can use ground pork. You can use ground chicken. It's up to you. So here are all of our spices and herbs. So I'm going to start to add them to the bowl. We have ground sage, which is one of the stars of the show, besides that maple syrup in our sausage. So I'm going to add that to the bowl. And I think if you were on the live the first time I made turkey sausage, I mentioned that a lot of times I will mix the spices in another bowl first and then add them to the ground meat. But for, doing live, I want to show you on each thing separately. So here we're going to add a little bit of marjoram. We're going to add in some black pepper. It's a lot of spices, but that's how sausage is. You need a good amount to season up that meat. We have some dry thyme. I have some mustard powder. It's going in next. I have some just regular salt. I'm going to add in a little bit of fennel. Now, fennel goes a long way, but it's really going to give it that sausage flavor, but don't go overboard with fennel. It can be very strong. I'm going to add a little bit of oil just to keep our turkey nice and moist. And then we're going to add in pure maple syrup. This is not the breakfast syrup. This is 100% pure maple syrup, all right? So add that to your bowl.
Colada says hello.
Good morning.
Dorothy Ruth Raleigh says good morning.
Good morning,
Just in
Miss
time for
Raleigh.
breakfast.
Good morning. Yep, right on time. All right, so I'm going to start to mix our turkey mixture up for our sausage. Hopefully you all can see.
On TikTok, I don't know her name. She said, Pete Cobbler, love it. Dante says good morning. Dante says good morning.
Good morning.
And
Good morning.
it's free, I think, or something. Sorry if I can't read everything, guys. Says, what have I found? Laugh out loud.
You found some goodness. Some breakfast goodness.
Oh. She says, oh my God, I was supposed to start eating healthier.
Oh.
Well, this is healthy. Don't think it's not healthy. It's healthy.
Turkey sausage is what makes it healthy.
Yeah.
You're good to go. All right, so this is our mixture, and it is going to be a little bit wet. And I told you that last time I made turkey sausage because I do add the oil to it. If you don't want to add the oil, you can do some chicken broth. That goes well too. You just need something to make sure your turkey is nice and moist. And that's the thing about making ground turkey. You want it to be nice and moist, not dry.
Good
So
morning, Kate Thompson.
I always add either some oil or some broth. All right? So I have my pan heating up on the stove. I'm not going to move you over there yet, but I am going to start to make the patties and drop them in the pan. And then we'll move to the stove once we start making the pancakes. I think that's a little bit easier than going back and forth. So we have the pan heating up. I'm going to add just a little bit of oil to the pan, all right? And then I'll show you all the patties. Now, sometimes what I will do, I will use a scooper. So I'll use like some type of ice cream cookie scoop, and then I'll scoop my sausage patties or whatever I'm making into the pan to keep them about the same size. But we're not going to worry about that today. We're just going to go with the flow. They're going to be different sizes. It's okay. All right? So let's go with it. Let me just heat this pan up. Then I have both of these heating up. Looking good. Let me grab my glove. I'm just going to swirl some oil in my pan, and I'll bring it over to TikTok and see too.
Shout out to Loretta. Well, hey, shout out to
Hello.
Angie.
Hello.
Angie Redliff.
Happy Saturday. So just throw in some oil right in the pan, whatever oil you want. This is vegetable oil. You can use olive oil. It's totally up to you. All right, so let's put that back over here. We grab another glove. Now this 1 pound will probably make about 6 sausage patties. Depending on the size that you make them. So if you have more people coming over, just double your recipe, triple your recipe, make a little bit more. My general rule of thumb is about a teaspoon of salt per pound. So for all the other things, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, I think it was 2.5 teaspoons of sage, only about a 1/4 teaspoon of marjoram, a teaspoon of pepper. What else did I put in here? A 1.5 teaspoons of dry mustard powder, but just 1 teaspoon of salt per pound. All right? And this about 1/8 teaspoon to 1/4 of that fennel. So let me grab a nice little handful of my turkey sausage. And we're just going to make our patties. You can flatten them out as much as you like. You can make them thick. It's totally up to you how you want yours to be.
I got to give a shout out to Diane Rodriguez.
Hello.
She says, good morning, Dow. Oh my God, thanks for sharing your recipe. I love cooking. I'm going to save your blog.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diane.
We appreciate you.
Diane Rodriguez.
Thank you. So let's make another sausage patty. Like I said, whatever size you want them to be. I love making my own sausage. And you can make these up in advance. So say you wanted to make a batch, you can always make your patties. You can either cook them in advance and then freeze them and then just take them out and microwave them. Or you can make the patties and leave them raw and put them in between parchment paper and a Ziploc bag in your freezer. And then you'll always have fresh turkey sausage. So you can definitely do that. It's easier to make a lot. Like if you're going to make it for breakfast, just do 2 or 3 times batch, freeze some, and then the next time you want it, you won't have to make it again. So
Shout out to my YouTube family.
Hello.
Shout out to my, actually we weren't able to lock up the Instagram today. But shout out to my Facebook family.
Happy Saturday.
And my TikTok family.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all been hanging with us for the last, 5 or 6 weeks? Mm-hmm. All right, so here are our patties. Let me see how many more I can fit. I can probably fit one more in the pan, so I may have a little bit left that can't fit. Because this will be one super sized sausage patty. So maybe I'll just add a little bit more to each of them so we won't waste any. Alright, so this is 5. But like I said, this could have easily made 6. It could have probably even made 7 or 8 if you want to make them a little bit smaller. Somebody last time asked about making them into links. You can definitely form them in that shape. But keep in mind, like sausage that is in links has a casing on it, so it kind of holds it together. So, you know, the shape may not be perfect once it's done. All right, let's fit this one more in this pan. We're going to squeeze them in. And then I'm just going to kind of add a little bit more to each of them just so we don't waste any of our mixture. Food is too expensive to waste. All right. A little bit more. A little bit more. All right, so TikTok, I'll show you what the pan looks like. Just move this stuff out the way. You want me to bring the pan up now? We're not going to the stove yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to make the pancake batter. But I can still show them what it looks like. Can they see?
Yeah.
All right, so there also, I just added a little bit to each of them, so the top looks a little weird. It's okay, though. It's all going to be good. All right, so let's make our pancakes. Let's bring everything over. I'll keep an eye on our sausage and our peach filling. We get a quick sip of water, and these are all of the ingredients we're going to use for our pancakes. All right. So let me grab those peaches that we kept from the peach cobbler filling. And then pancakes are very easy to make. So it's just basically flour, sugar, butter, vanilla, some leavener, whatever, and an egg, okay?
Diane says you're welcome, Lynnette.
Oh, thank you. So we already have some flour and sugar in our bowl. And then we have buttermilk. You can also use regular milk if you don't want to use buttermilk. It's totally up to you. We have some vanilla extract. We have baking powder. And we have salt. We also have melted butter. Now, like I said, if you want to use vegetable oil, you can. Or you can use melted butter. About 2 tablespoons. We have an egg over here. And then because they're peach cobbler, I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg to the batter. All right, so let's start to mix that up. Let me take this off this tray. And what I'm going to do, grab my whisk, and I'm just going to start to whisk together the dry. So I have my flour, which is all-purpose flour. I have some sugar, like I said. I have my salt, just a little bit. I have my baking powder. We're going to add in our cinnamon and our nutmeg, not too much, because there's already cinnamon and nutmeg in the peach filling that's going to go on top. So I'm just going to add a little bit to our batter. All right, let's whisk it together. So easy. Now, of course, if you don't have time, you can use a mix, but it's so easy to pull it together if you have all the ingredients already in your home. So
now, let me answer Ms. Diane's question. Diane Rodriguez. She says, do you have today's meal recipe written on the wall somewhere? I'm new to YouTube. Now, are you on YouTube or are you on TikTok? I believe you're on TikTok, Diane. In regards to the recipe, Lynnette, when will you post the recipe?
I can post it later on today. So after we finish the live, I have to do a little bit of shopping. We got to cater a party, so I have to do it a little bit later. But I'll make sure I type and post the recipe up for you all. All right, and I'll put it, I guess, in the comments. Ooh, I'm making coffee fry. You all, sometimes I have a little bit of a sinus thing going on right now.
So in general, we will post it on all the platforms. We're on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
Yep.
We'll post it on TikTok, I guess on the wall, like you said.
Yeah, like you said.
Facebook. And Facebook also. Yes, we'll post Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. We weren't able to get Instagram going. We'll post it, but You might not be able to post it till tomorrow, Lynnette.
I'm gonna try to do it today. I'm gonna try my best. Let me flip over my sausage. I'm gonna try my best to do it today, though. You see how nice and brown our sausage is getting? All right, I'm gonna cut it down a little bit. Cut it down a little teeny bit and let it keep cooking. And then you see our peach filling is cooking in the back. All right, so let's make our pancakes. Now, one thing I want to mention about the peach cobbler filling, I'm going to leave it a little bit loose to go on top of the pancakes, but I may do a quick cornstarch slurry for it just to thicken it up a little bit. It depends on how you want it to be. So generally for like a filling like this, if you wanted it thicker, you just mix a little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of water, and it'll thicken it up. And I brought some cornstarch with me, so I probably will do that just to show you all how it thickens up. But it's up to you how you want it to be.
Diane says, sorry. You see what I'm saying? I hope TikTok doesn't cut me off.
Oh.
You're good. You're good, Diane. Don't worry about that. You're good.
We know what you meant. All right, so give me a second again. Woo, goodness. It's the spices from the sauce.
The spices get to it. We're almost done, guys.
For those who have been on with us for a while,
they know about it.
They know that I always have that problem. So
you have to get a little drink of water.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and mix up our buttermilk, our egg, our melted butter, and our vanilla extract. And then we're going to add this to our dry ingredients. So simple. So simple. So if you wanted to do like a blueberry pancake, you wouldn't need this cinnamon and nutmeg, but you would add your blueberries, fresh blueberries, to your flour mixture and then your wet ingredients or frozen. But if you're going to add frozen, make sure you add them while they're frozen. Don't let them thaw out and then add them. It'll turn your whole batter like that bluish, purple, grayish color. So you want to make sure your berries are still frozen.
Shout out to Tristan Green. She says, good morning, everyone. I smell your sausage here in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a cookbook?
I am almost done the cookbook. I think, put some pressure on me. I only have to do a few more pages, but it's just taking me forever to finish it. But as soon as I'm done, I will let you all know. It'll be an ebook, and then I'm going to have the option for it to be printed as well. So hold me to it because it has like 90 recipes in there already. So I'm just dragging my feet. All right. All right, so we added our wet. Now I'm going to add in the peaches. So what I did here, I just used my spoon to just kind of cut them up into chunks. Or you can use a paring knife. It's totally up to you. I just use what I have right here. And we're going to add these right to that pancake batter. And then we're just going to mix everything together till it's just combined. You don't want to over mix. Anytime you're making a quick bread, biscuits, pancakes, waffles, scones, whatever, you don't want to over mix because it'll be tough.
Diane from TikTok says, I will definitely follow your blog. What's your name?
So it's Lynnette's Cakes and Catering. So we're Lynnette's Cakes and Catering on TikTok. We're Lynnette's Cakes and Catering on Facebook. We're Lynnette's Kitchen on YouTube. And Lynnette's Cakes and Catering on Instagram. Yep, you can find us on all those places.
And her name is Lynnette.
And I'm Lynnette. So here is our pancake batter. You can add more peaches if you like. Totally up to you. There we go. And then we're just going to move over to the stove and start to cook our pancakes. But before we go, let me show them the slurry. Want me to show them the slurry real quick?
Sure.
So, since I have a bowl already.
She's going to show you guys the slurry.
So you only need a little bit. When you're making a cornstarch slurry, we're going to use this bowl. It's okay, because it's all going to be cooked. You only need a little bit. All right, so I would say like a tablespoon or two of cornstarch and then a few tablespoons of water. You do not need a lot. And a little bit goes a long way when thickening your mixture. And when I add it, you're going to see how quickly it thickens up. It's very, very quick. But if you add too much, it's too gelatinous. And you won't have that nice topping that you want. So sometimes what I do while I'm getting this together, I'll make like a shortbread cookie or a little bit of pie crust. And at the end, I'll sprinkle that on top of the pancakes after the topping goes on. So that's something else you can do if you want to elevate it even more. So let's add just a little bit of cornstarch. I'm not going to use all this to our bowl. I'm going to do a little bit of water. You want it to be the consistency of milk. All right, so if I think I need more, I'll just add a little bit more cornstarch. It's going to be milk. Y'all do a little bit more cornstarch, and that'll be good to thicken our mixture. There we go. And that looks like the consistency of milk. All right, that's what you're going for. And we'll just put this to the side, and like I said, we'll add it when we're almost ready for our peach cobbler filling or topping. That's it. Very simple. Just cornstarch and water. Real easy. All right, so let's go over to the stove. Let's cut on our burner. I'm going to get our table ready. Okay, I'll move for you. Put this in the back, because this will be for our pancakes and our sausage. Once they're ready.
Sorry, TikTok. I'm trying to get y'all.
We got to get y'all adjusted. Our sausage is looking great. Cut it down even lower. Let it continue to cook. It doesn't take long at all for our sausage to cook. All right. So our peach filling in the back is cooking. Let me show you all that. Yep. Our peach cobbler is cooking in the back. You can see. Hey, Gordon.
Gordon says, loving the cookbook. Thank you.
Oh, yes, Gordon. It is going to be ready.
Gloria Sandon says,
Cut that down.
good morning. Good morning, Gloria.
Good morning.
Thank you, Facebook family, for joining us. Thank you, YouTube family, and our TikTok family. Instagram, sorry, y'all going to have to come on over to Facebook.
I know.
Or YouTube, unfortunately.
So let me go ahead, because the pizzas are actually ready. Let me go ahead and add, if they can see on TikTok, right? Let me go ahead and add the slurry like I was saying before. So while your mixture is boiling, we're just going to add this cornstarch slurry. And y'all going to see how quickly it thickens up. If you have to add more, you can. But let me let it boil again. And you're going to see how the sauce is already starting to coat my tongs. It thickens up almost immediately. And that's what you want. At first it was real watery. Now look at it. And that was what, a few seconds? And I could bring it closer for you, TikTok. See how nice and thick that sauce got? That was just a few seconds with that cornstarch slurry, okay? And I'm going to take this off the heat because it's done. Let's just put it right in the middle. Let it hang out. I'm going to cut this burner off. And we're good to go. All right, so moving right along. Let's cut the sausage off because it's done too. So I'm going to cook the pancakes in a little bit of vegetable oil. You can also use butter or margarine. The reason I'm a little bit hesitant is because butter does burn. So I don't want to cook it in butter and it starts to burn. So do a little bit of oil. You can use cooking spray. You can use butter, like I said, or margarine. Totally up to you. And hopefully we got a nice hot pan.
Diane says, do you see it? I joined Laugh Out Loud. Oh my God, I'm really bad at doing this. So are you new to social media, Diane? Is that what it is? First of all, let us just say we love that you joined.
Yes, we appreciate it.
And we really appreciate you, and you are part of the family. If you're, she's new at this. Okay.
Oh, I got you. I understand.
All right, hang in there.
Totally understand.
You're doing very well so far, I can tell you that.
All right, so this is looking good. These are probably ready to go. You open one up. And I can show you all while we let our pan heat up. Look at this, perfectly cooked. And let me grab to show you how juicy they are. And look how nice and juicy the inside of our sausage is. All right, so that sausage is perfectly cooked. It's nice and juicy on the inside. It's not dry. Nice and seasoned. Y'all know it's seasoned. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on my sheet tray over here while we make our pancakes. Now this breakfast comes together so quick. And this is good, like I said, if you're having brunch or people over or just a regular weekend breakfast. Doesn't have to be a special occasion. Just going to pour this out. And then we're done with that one. All right, so let's see if our pan is hot enough for our pancakes. We're going to pray. We want them to cook as soon as they hit that pan. All right, so let me grab our batter. Let's see. You can see as it sits, it starts to react, that baking powder. Okay, we got a sizzle. Let's see. So we just want it to bubble. I'm going to make a couple. We're not going to make the whole bowl because, you know, I don't want to bore you all with making pancakes forever. But we're just going to let it, you know, bubble up. And you want to cook them like regular pancakes. When you start to see them bubble on the top, you flip them over. They get a little brown on them. They're good to go. All right? So any more questions? Are we good on questions?
Good on questions.
All righty. Should we tilt them down? Somebody okay? Yeah. Now I'm going to watch this burn. I told you all this has a little hot spot. It cooks pretty fast sometimes. Yeah. All right, I could have cooked 2. Now, of course, if you have a long griddle, a long pan, you can cook about 4 or 5 at one time. But I just wanted to test it out to see. I may cook 2 the next batch. This guy has a hot spot and it starts to brown really quickly in one spot. All right, so let's see. Can we flip without messing up our pancake? This batch was pretty big. Almost. Almost. A little bit long. I know there's a hot spot in this pan that I'm trying to figure out on this stove.
Yeah.
I'm trying to kind of figure it out a little bit, yeah. All right, so we're going to drop another. I just wanted to do this one first. We're going to drop 2 more, and then we'll actually plate it up. Do it again. And sometimes what I'll do, I'll make fried potatoes to go along with this. So fried potatoes are just potatoes, peppers, onions. Let them cook with the lid on them, some seasoning, and they're really good. But those 3 things together, the fried potatoes, the sausage, and the pancakes, that's a good meal. It's a very good meal.
Sorry, guys. This is Gregory screwing up.
Uh-oh.
YouTube and Facebook family.
What happened over there? It's okay?
It's just a little bit crooked.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. We're almost there, guys. This stuff comes together fast. Now, I'm making it live, and I'm talking at the same time. So when you're at home, you know 30 minutes or less, you can have this together. Mm-hmm. Homemade pancakes with peach cobbler topping, turkey sausage. If you want to do fried potatoes, you can definitely do that. It comes together very quickly. We'll flip it over on the other side again.
There you go.
There we go. And then we'll drop 2 more now. And then we'll plate it up. Yeah, this stove, I told you all, has a little bit of a hot spot, and it's not my home stove. So sometimes you can see it kind of browns on one side a little bit more.
Only a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so you see it browns a little bit more on one side. So I'm just going to turn it around.
You can turn it down.
Oh, yeah, a little bit, yeah. And we're going to take this one out.
Yeah, take that one out.
It looks good, though. It's a little interesting.
Gordon Burnett said, Gregory, you're doing great work.
With the thank you, Gordon, with the help of Al. Thank you, Gordon. Gordon's been with us for a while.
Gordon's our family. That is our family right there. All right, so let's add another pancake in. We're going to do 2 more, a little bit smaller. And I'm using a ladle just to make it a little bit easier for me.
You got plenty of time.
Mm-hmm. I can feel those nice chunks of peaches.
Once again, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok family, thank you all for joining us.
Thank you all.
We really appreciate you.
You doing good over there? Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So just let these cook for about a minute or 2 on each side, and we'll flip them over. I think after these 2, I can plate them up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So let me grab my plate while that one starts to cook. Put it on my table. My same plate. Gregory keeps getting on me to get another plate. Because I always pick the blue plate. I think blue is my favorite color, so, you know. I'm always picking that plate. Now I'm going to rotate this pan a little bit. Let's see. It's starting to brown.
Yeah, it's really tricky. This
stove, yeah. Because you'll have one half that's brown and one half that's not. So that one looks a little bit better.
Good.
Yeah. See?
All right.
Yeah, it's real tricky, but I think we're getting the hang of it. And I can see those little bits of peaches right shining through. I was looking at some old videos. We did a pineapple upside down pancake one time that was really, really fun. Maybe we'll do that one another time. We put like a slice of pineapple, a maraschino cherry on top. It's really, really good. It was good. We did an apple pie one with a homemade caramel one time. So we've done a lot of different pancakes.
Hey, family, please share our page with your family and friends. I don't know how you would share with perfect strangers. Is there a way to share with perfect strangers?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that, Al?
You share it. You just on TikTok. You share the live with anyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all can share us with perfect strangers. Right on TikTok.
And probably on Facebook and YouTube too.
Probably so, yeah, if you just share it. Yeah, let's move this one over.
Yeah, there you go.
Now y'all can see how nice and fluffy these pancakes are. Okay? They are perfect. I like a thick pancake. If you want them thinner, just add a little bit more liquid, but I like that nice, thick, fluffy pancake. So this is what I go for. Let's see. I'm going to bring it up close to TikTok so they can see.
That looks good.
Look how nice and thick these pancakes are.
Give Facebook some love too now. Come on now. There you go.
I thought they could see it already.
All right.
All right, so let's go ahead and cut this off. I'll cook the rest later. Yeah. And let's move over here.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to move everything over here and start to plate it up. Let's bring our sausage over. Let's bring our peach topping over. Oh, we got all kinds of good stuff today.
Ooh.
We got everything.
Oh.
So we're going to start to put our pancakes right on our plate.
Yum, yum. Let's get down. Let's get
Yeah,
down.
they're a little brown. We're going to work with it, though.
We're going to get down with it, though.
Yep.
Where the butter at? You got the butter?
I use the butter.
Oh, no.
We're putting the topping on top.
I know, but you still got to have butter.
They'll be all right. I had a little bit.
Y'all see what I got to go through?
I think it's the other way around.
Okay.
All right, so let's use, I guess we'll use this one. And move this over here. Let that cool off a little bit. So all you want to do is just take your peach topping and look how nice and thick it's gotten. See what I'm saying about that cornstarch? That's what we wanted. We wanted a nice topping. And we're just going to take a nice scoop of this peach cobbler topping and put it right over top.
Sorry, TikTok, for the vibration. I'm just trying to give y'all a better view
Of our pancakes. All right. Now, like I was saying, if you had some pie crust or if you had some sugar cookies, like shortbread cookies, you can always just crumble those up and sprinkle them on top. You can also do a little bit of this extra brown sugar right on top. And that gives it just an extra little bit of sweetness. You can do melted butter like Gregory was saying that I don't have with me if you want to do that too. But this is it.
This is it.
This is it. What is that, 30 minutes or less?
30 minutes or less.
And you got a beautiful, delicious breakfast. You do not need any maple syrup because the peaches are like the syrup. If you want to do some other fresh fruit on the plate, you can do that to jazz it up. Some blueberries sprinkled around or strawberries or some whatever on top. Like I said, some pie crust, some crumbled up shortbread cookies. It just takes it to another level. So this is our breakfast.
All right.
Are we good to go? That was it, guys. Look, 30 minutes or less. You got your homemade pancakes, your peach cobbler filling. You got your homemade turkey sausage. Like I said, if you wanted to add in some fried potatoes, you can definitely do that. Totally up to you. Some scrambled eggs. You can do whatever you like to make this a delicious breakfast. So,
all right, let's do a recap.
Sure. All right, so quick recap. We did our peach cobbler filling first. So I used some canned peaches. I did brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, and butter. I let that cook on the stove for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And then I added a cornstarch slurry, which is just cornstarch and water to thicken it up. And that's how we got this nice thick sauce for our peach cobbler topping. And we had a little bit of vanilla too. We made some maple turkey sausage this time. So we used ground turkey. We had a bunch of spices, herbs and spices, salt, pepper, marjoram, fennel, some dry mustard, dry thyme, black pepper, some maple syrup, and a little bit of oil to keep it nice and moist. We cooked those on top of the stove in our oil until they were done, perfectly cooked. And then we made our pancake batter. So that's a basic pancake batter: flour, sugar, baking powder, cinnamon, nutmeg, buttermilk, egg, a little bit of melted butter. And then we added in some chopped up peaches as well to our batter. Cooked our pancakes, topped it with this delicious peach cobbler filling, put our turkey sausage on the side, and it's time to eat. And that was it.
All right,
I'll be sure to post the recipes too. I will definitely post the recipes for you, and I'm gonna finish my cookbook. I'm gonna finish it.
All right, family. Thank y'all for joining us today. Again, we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for now. We're going to be on other platforms also. Guys, so that you know, our starting time on Saturday morning is always 10 a.m., even though we're late. If you see that I made a mistake and put 7 p.m., just ignore it. It's 10 a.m. Because what I do is I use the old menu flyer as a template for the new menu flyer. Okay? But sometimes I might forget to, or I might be in a rush, or whatever the case may be, and I might make a mistake. So 10 a.m. on Saturday mornings, Eastern Standard Time. 7 p.m. on Tuesday night, Eastern Standard Time. Okay, guys? We post our flyers. We try to post them ahead of time. Sometimes we're late. Like today, I had to post late today. That's the reason why all the mistakes. But the flyers on Facebook front page, on Instagram's front page, on YouTube as a video, and also on the back channel of YouTube, and on TikTok on the front page. Okay, the menu flyer to let you know what we're gonna be making. I'm gonna try to. I always say this every time, and I always lie. I'm gonna try to get it done early this week. I like to have 4 or 5 days ahead of time, so that you guys know what we're making. Okay. All right, guys. Once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you all so much. We'll see you on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We love y'all so much.
We love you guys.
We're going to enjoy breakfast.
Thank
and
you
we'll
so
see y'all
much.
next time.
See you next time, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. Good job, Al. Good job. Oh, stop.